Welcome to this episode of Big Mistakes in Real Estate, where we walk you through my personal day to day life as a real estate agent. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook Live, recording these about a month or a couple weeks even before they actually live air on the podcast. And that is right after this.
Everyone makes mistakes, but these mistakes can cost you thousands in commission. Are you a real estate agent? Then listen up and learn from the Big Mistakes in Real Estate podcast with your host, Isaac Ocean.
What's up, guys? I am Isaac Ocean, the host of Big Mistakes in Real Estate, the podcast where you get to learn about the biggest mistakes in real estate so you do not have to make them. So on today's episode, we're still in the beginning series of the podcast where I kind of want new real estate agents to have a great launch pad to kind of know what they're going to be getting into, a couple different resources available to them, some training, et cetera, to kind of cover the basics that every single realtor should know, but for whatever reason, there's no training on some of this stuff. So we're going to jump right into it, and this is my day in the life of a real estate agent, of me personally. So the first thing that I learned as a real estate agent is to wake up as early as you humanly can to fit your lifestyle. I realize it doesn't make sense for everybody to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. You might have two different jobs where you work till 3 a.m. in the morning like I used to, and that's impossible to get 2 hours of sleep and wake up and be like, yay, I can do stuff, because you cannot. Sleep is conducive to success, for sure. So the first thing I would do is wake up as early as I possibly could. So on my days, my time to wake up was 9 o'clock. Whenever I got home at 3 a.m. in the morning, I used to wake up at 9, and then I would start my day. I would try to do as much as I possibly humanly could in one day to move the needle as far as I could possibly move it in that 24-hour time period. I got burnt out real quick. So I've learned a couple different things over time, especially in real estate. You kind of want to, not even kind of, go for the long game. Don't go for the short little burst. You need to be consistent. You need to be on top of everything when it comes to consistency, because that is the key to success in real estate. So the first thing is to wake up as early as you can. Once you can do that, life becomes a little bit easier. Now, you kind of wonder why everybody pushes to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I can tell you why. Because as a real estate agent, no matter what, your day will start at 9 o'clock in the morning. Your business opens up at 9 o'clock in the morning. That is the universal time, for whatever reason, for everyone to decide that is the appropriate time, and as early as possible where it's appropriate that they can begin calling you. If you have clients, and the busier you get, at a bare minimum, they will be calling you at 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you have personal goals or personal things that you want to handle, you want to make breakfast for your kids in the morning, you can definitely do that before 9. You want to go work out, definitely do that before 9. You want to get ahead, you want to play guitar, definitely do it before 9, because after 9 you will see on the way that I plan my schedule, I plan it around stuff going wrong, because it's real estate. This is big mistakes in real estate, and stuff goes wrong all the time. That's why this show's called Big Mistakes in Real Estate. So the way that I break my day down has evolved over time. At first, like I said, I was trying to get everything done at the same time, and I just couldn't hack it after a long enough period of time. I had to switch it up. I had to break it down to bigger chunks, or bigger chunks that I could actually handle day to day, instead of doing 1,000 little things. I have big chunks. I'll give you an example. So I have 2 large tasks for business that I try to handle every single day. I consider it a success if each task only takes 4 hours. So I can give you an example. I need to get a contract for a listing signed. my task for that day is to get that contract signed. That'll give me 4 hours. And if I get that signed in 4 hours, I'm great. And the reason it takes 4 hours is it doesn't. But things go wrong all the time in real estate. I'm talking the internet goes down. For your internet goes down, their internet goes down, both of your internets go down. One of you has Verizon, one of you has an Android, one of you has an iPhone. It's a night, like there are so many little tiny, not even real estate or people to people, but technological issues that just come out of nowhere that you need to be ready and have the time to pounce on. So if the only thing I have to do during that 4 hour block of time is to get that contract signed, and some craziness happens in my family, or some craziness happens on one of my listings, or I have to go meet a contractor, or there's an emergency call and somebody wants a listing presentation, guess what I have time for? Exactly that, because I'm not overbooking myself. I'm staying liquid. You have to be, just my personal recommendation, you have to be liquid in the business, and it makes life so much more enjoyable. You will not be running around going insane. So, and this does take some conditioning, because I am a person who tries to accomplish everything the same day because I can do it and I know I can. And then I get mad at myself. So know thyself, young Padawan. So flexibility is really key in the way that I run my business now. So I'll do 2 large tasks. Like I said, I might get a contract signed in the morning, and then I need to set up some email branding later on in the afternoon. And that's literally the only 2 things that move the needle of my business, because that's really what I'm trying to focus on. Those 2 tasks are working on my business. And then I have the little tiny tasks that are working in the business. Because I don't have assistants yet, I'm not big enough to have all that, extra help. One day I'll be there, but I'm not there now. So I have to wear a couple different hats at the same time to balance my lifestyle. And that's just how I do it. So again, I told you need to have another goal. Personally, I use a personal goal. So I have 2 large tasks for business and then 1 personal goal, and that might be working on my C to 5K. For those of you who don't know what that means, that's just a couch to 5K. It's a running program, and the COVID thing's going on right now, so my gym shut down. I have no way to work out, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just work on my cardio, because the summer, I live in South Florida, the summer's coming. I'm hitting the beach, doing some diving, some free diving, so we're going to see what happens. So it'll work out. I gotta, what is it? Life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So here we go, the Minute Maid style. So the other new thing that can kind of become difficult is in real estate, it's easy to become available all the time to your clients. And if you do that, that means that you're unavailable sometimes for your family. So that can cause a lot of tension and a lot of problems, and we're going to talk about how I handled that right after this.
Are you learning? Good, because that's the point. But do me a favor, subscribe if you have not already, and if you're feeling really frisky, give me a review on your favorite podcast player. Now back to the show.
Hey guys, and I know everybody's pitching for iTunes. Just if you guys, whatever player you're in right now, if you can stop and just give me a like, a review, whatever. You don't have to download iTunes to go do it. Just make it easy for yourself. It would help me out so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you. So how I handled finding balance and time with my family is honestly, and I haven't. That is the God's honest truth. I am trying to figure out how to balance my personal life with all of the things that I want to accomplish in my business, from the podcast to the YouTube channel to speaking on stage to becoming a coach. I have all these goals that I want to accomplish. Plus, I'm trying to do real estate simultaneously at the same time as all of these other goals, because I want to walk the walk and talk the talk. I don't just, want to get something for nothing. And it's become very difficult sometimes. I become distant. I become very focused on work, and it can cause a lot of problems. Now, I can tell you the one thing that you do need to have that has helped me quite a bit is that talk that we have open communication. When I'm being a jerk and when I'm just not being there, she can come and talk to me, and I'm not always the easiest person to talk with, and but we make it work. And so far, it has evolved recently to what it is now, and it has been working very well. She works from home because of the COVID thing. I'm at home because I'm a real estate agent. So coming together during this time has been very trying, but man, has it been rewarding. It has been absolutely fantastic. So the reason I found my time is because I make time. In real estate, everyone is trying to take your time. Not only are you trying to get listings, you're trying to sell homes and find homes for your clients, but you have people at the wazoo trying to sell you. I get more calls on my cell phone trying to sell me and my real estate business, this, that, and the other, than I actually do from clients trying to buy from me. And that's no lie. No lie. There are people coming out of everywhere, from email, Facebook. They're nuts. So you will constantly be attacked for people trying to take your time. You need to be very, very assured in your choice of where to spend your time. And I know that one place where if you spend time, the chances of you wasting it are almost zero, and that's with your family. Take time, schedule them into your schedule, because you can get so busy here doing everything, and you're trying to move forward in business, and it's for your family, but don't forget, they want to see you too. That's what I've learned. That's what I'm going through right now. And that's just being real, actually. So what about weekends? Weekends, when you first start, should, in my opinion, when you first start, your schedule should just be real estate. You need to talk to your partner and just say, my weekends are gone. I'm going to be doing an open house every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you can, do it every single week. If you have just nothing but time and you don't have a lot of money, the best way to advertise your services is through open houses. So just start doing as many open houses as you possibly can. Worst case scenario, ladies and gentlemen, you make some money. I hear that's not a bad thing, but for some reason, a lot of you are afraid of it. I don't know why. So that is how you are going to handle your weekends in the beginning, especially if you're trying to hold down another job like a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. When are you going to have time to advertise? You're either going to pay for advertising or with money, or it's going to be with sweat equity, whatever your choice is. So I live a pretty active lifestyle. I try to run. As a family, we try to go to the beach. We ride bikes all the time. So handling an active lifestyle with a real estate lifestyle makes your day so much better. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this has been preached on many, many, many podcasts before, but working out in the morning will set you up with the energy you need to plow through the day. Wake up with a run, wake up with going to the gym. Gym memberships are like $10 a month now. Like, come on. Just keep the gym membership. Go get one. Do whatever you have to do. Running's free. Do something to get your energy up throughout the whole day, and do it at the beginning of the day, because it is, it's perfect. Now, I also watch TV. We're watching as a family right now Naruto. We're in Shippuden. I don't know if anybody out there has an 8-year-old, but it's kind of a big deal. It's going great. But I also play video games, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare right now. I am a huge fan, and I have to pick and choose TV or video games. And recently, my genius decided that my PlayStation 4 and my computer, we could get Fortnite, and me and my boy could play Fortnite simultaneously on the gaming headsets, and it was so fun. It was awesome. It was so much fun. So we have so many different options for entertainment. You have to figure out what entertains you. I took my TV, I took my video games, which I could do by myself, the video games, and the TV I could do with my family. Then I kind of combine those so I could have the best of both worlds with my family. That was the point. I have to watch where I spend my time because there is so little of it. I want to talk about when you should kind of cut off when people should be calling you, because I said, typically people will start calling you at 9 o'clock. When should you stop taking calls, or should you even stop taking calls? I 100% recommend that you stop taking business phone calls at some point during the night. You need to figure out what your own schedule is, whether that's 7 o'clock, whether that's 6 o'clock, whether that's 10 o'clock. It's different for everybody. For me, it's 7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock, unless, and there are extenuating circumstances here. If you have a closing the next day, or somebody's waiting on some really important information for a rental, or, don't be a jerk and be like, well, it's 7 o'clock every single day, period, forever, because that's the way it is. Don't be that way. You need to come up with, some standards. But if you're just a new client and you're calling me at 7 o'clock, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't have anything to talk to you about so far that can't be handled during regular business hours. And once you handle every transaction that way, you'll kind of get a feel for it. But 7 o'clock for me, after 7 o'clock, what do I have to talk to you about that's so important? Unless there's like I said, an extenuating circumstance. So how do you take a vacation? How do you, let's just say you want to spend 3 weeks in Colorado and that's your thing. You've been doing that with your family, or a snowboarder. You want to go to Colorado or anywhere for this reason. I don't even know why I use Colorado, but here we go. We're going on vacation to Colorado. I want to go for 3 weeks. What should I do? There's a couple different ethical things going on here. So if you know you're going to go on vacation and you're about to get a listing, but you're leaving for vacation in the next 2 days, should you or should you not disclose that you're going on vacation? Well, that depends, in my opinion. If you have a team, you don't have to disclose any of that. They're taking care of that client. Now, if you're going to go yourself and you told them you were going to go show that house that you just listed, even though you're going to go on vacation, you're kind of crossing a boundary in my personal world, but maybe it's not illegal where you're at. I don't even know if it's illegal where I'm at. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but there's some big gray areas. But as far as I'm concerned, you don't have to tell them unless there's a reason that you need to disclose that information. So if you go on vacation, just go on vacation. We go camping a couple times a year. We just leave. That's all we do. We just leave. I don't even tell them that I'm leaving. I'm just gone. And they call me on Saturday. Hey, can you come up? I can't. I'm in the middle of something until Monday morning. What can I do for you? Oh, no, it can wait till Monday. Perfect. So this really can be this easy, and this is the end of the episode. And I know that these are some actionable, I'm going to give you some actionable steps here that you can kind of follow. First is actually try to break down what's moving the needle. Remember, throughout the whole day, a bunch of BS is going to be happening that you do have to go take care of, but only a few things that you should be working on will make you money in your company. So just work on those during the day and don't overwhelm yourself, because don't worry, tomorrow is coming. Tomorrow is coming, I promise, and you can do more tomorrow. And then once you do, read The Miracle Morning, because waking up as early as possible within the means of your lifestyle is probably one of the best things that you could ever do. You won't get interrupted at 5 o'clock in the morning, I promise, unless your partner decides to wake up with you at that same time, which is a whole nother thing, because we have dealt with that too. And that's another episode. So that was it for this episode. We are going to be going over which CRM you should be using in your business as you start real estate. First of all, we're going to go what is a CRM, what CRM you should be using, how much you should be paying, and why it is important. So guys, all new episodes always come out Monday at 4 o'clock. I will see and talk to you then.